What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the OG family. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Subscribe to my channel only if you want to. But look, my beautiful people, we got this 10 space photos that will give you nightmares. Hey, when you were a child, or if you're still a child, have you ever thought about being an astronaut? I know I have. Do you believe in aliens? Do you think that there's something else out there? I do. I'm one of those people, but I don't take everything in as evidence, and I don't believe everything I see because a lot of people just be out here capping and lying about every little detail. But look, I'm on my quest to find the truth. You know, hopefully y'all having a good day, because I know I am. But at the end of the day, if you're not, just know you ain't in this by yourself, and everything will be better for you pretty soon. But let's get into this video. Let's get this video right here to like 5,000 likes. Put y'all notifications on. Let's get it.
Have you ever taken a photo and noticed something in the background that shouldn't be there? A face, a figure, or unexplained lights? Creepy, right? How much scarier is it when they appear in pictures taken in the dead of space, where no one can hear you scream? 10. At the end of one's tether. The USA and Italy celebrated the 75th space mission in 1996 by sending an experimental tether into orbit. The aim was to investigate new sources of power, namely a way to cleanly harness solar wind to power spacecraft. As the shuttle crew began deploying the satellite, the umbilical tether snapped, sending the oval-shaped equipment drifting off in the direction of deep space. The mission video shows unexplained bright objects flying around the detached tether like wasps buzzing around a nest. NASA conveniently omitted the bright lights from the mission report, and to date has refused to acknowledge or explain the bizarre phenomenon. Did the objects approach to investigate the bizarre floating piece of space junk? Or were they responsible for the tether snapping in the first place? 9. Fancy a cup of tea? Apollo 16 took off on April 16th, 1972. After just 11 days in space, the 3 astronauts on board saw something so unbelievable, it demands attention. They caught a glimpse of a strange circular-shaped craft with a great dome-like structure. They managed to capture a short video lasting only a few seconds, which clearly showed the anomalous UFO. In a typical deny
I'm telling you, bro, if you out of, like, bro, I'm in outer space, out of my atmosphere, don't know what's going on, and I see this damn alien shit. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing, people? Look, I know what I'm doing. I'm pressing the button, ejecting. I'm going straight back to Earth in the quickness. You feel me? Capture pod. I'm being there by myself. I ain't gotta tell nobody nothing. If you ain't moving like I'm moving, then you just left like you left. You feel me? But let's continue.
Fashion. The tape mysteriously vanished for over 30 years. Even more unbelievable is the fact that no copies were made. Well, that's what they thought. A worker stumbled across the tape at Johnson Space Center. Thanks to some digital wizardry, a high-res scan of the tape allowed for a more detailed look at the object. Concentric white and gold circles cover the dome and a long, thin structure extending from the side. For all intents and purposes, that's a flying saucer. 8. I see the light.
Yeah.
The Mars rover Curiosity is the gift that keeps giving. It's still operational and sending data back to this day, a full 6 years longer than expected. On the 3rd of April, 2014, our little friend picked up a Martian beacon of light. In the distance, behind the cover of a dune, a bright light beam can be seen extending up into the sky past the horizon.
Yeah.
The light was picked up by the right camera, though strangely not by the left. Easily explained, as there is a delay between the two cameras, and the light turned off before the left side camera activated. NASA suggested it was a glare shining off a glistening rock. Doubtful, as the image was taken during a period of low light. They then said a cosmic ray...
Well, they always be trying to tell us some shit like we stupid or something. Like, bro, don't tell us what we just saw, bro. Just because y'all got all these little fancy degrees to tell y'all that nobody has ever seen an alien, quote unquote, as far as we know. Or have you? Let me know in the comments down below.
It hit the camera sensor. But if this was true, there would be image anomalies every day. The kicker is that the same beam of light was picked up again in an earlier photo. Try explaining that. 7. Martian Sasquatch. Could Mars be home to alien hominids? The answer? Well, maybe. The Mars rover picked up a confronting image that is yet to be explained by NASA, or as we like to refer to them, never a straight answer. Whether a life form or a sculpted statue, there is no denying that this is not just a natural rock formation and trick of the light. A plausible explanation could be it's just a case of pareidolia. This bizarre phenomenon is behind people claiming an Elvis-shaped kidney bean or finding the face of Jesus Christ on a burnt piece of toast.
Okay.
Are we looking for alien life so hard that we imagine it everywhere? Or is this just a convenient cover story, and the truth of whether alien life exists is sitting right under our noses? 6.
And like the aliens do stuff like we just do. You feel me? Look like they was taking an Instagram picture. That's it. They about to upload it to the gram. You feel me? Striking the pose, getting it popping. They pretty normal. I can deal with that.
Not one of ours. An amateur astronomer witnessed a bizarre object orbiting the Earth back in 2012. It was also observed by a larger telescope in Italy, who estimated it to be around 60 feet long, oval in shape, and spinning around on its axis at around 1 revolution per minute. They dubbed it J002E3. The rotations caused the object to alternate its luminosity, but even so, NASA's UFO program failed to detect it when scanning near-Earth space for anomalies. They commented that it did not match any space debris from recently launched spacecraft, and that it must have entered Earth's orbit fairly recently. It had a bizarre looping orbit which was inherently unstable, causing the object to leave Earth's orbit, where it settled again in a solar orbit. Experts say it'll come back to visit in around 30 years based on projections, while enthusiasts claim it was an alien craft. 5. We got the nukes. Back in 2009, NASA launched the LaCrosse mission to the moon, but in reality, many people described it rather like a kamikaze mission, because once it was in orbit, the 2.2-ton payload rocket booster was fired at the moon because reasons. The rocket went inside the Cabeus crater near the southern pole of the moon, impacting and creating a huge plume of dust and debris. The mission aim was to have a lunar reconnaissance orbiter take samples during a fly-through to determine if moon craters contain frozen water. Images sent back from the mission show a rectangular structure in the shadow of the crater, leading some to suggest that NASA dropped a nuclear weapon on a moon base, with a search for water just a huge cover story. Alien headquarters or foreign government research facility. 4. Thunderstruck.
What y'all think, man? Hey, look, I know a lot of theories out here. Y'all think that it's a base on the moon. How many of y'all is with that? I believe, look, man, I feel like there is always something that we don't know. Just always assume there's always something that we don't know, and you won't be surprised by what you see. You know, how do you think that people, the average person, would handle hearing like, "Yo, we live on this earth with aliens" or something like that? Like, it won't go well. So I think they would have to gradually like introduce us to the aliens. You feel me? Because look, man, we all different colors here on this. We got different colors and nationalities and everything on this planet, bro, and we can't even get along. You imagine some aliens coming here?
While
we can't even get together amongst each other.
In 1972, NASA caught a glimpse of bizarre flash of lightning within the dark shadow of the Stein crater. It's unsure if the discharge of electricity is hitting the moon's surface or rising up from deep beneath it. This gave rise to the conspiracy theory that there's an underground moon base buried in the crater. Not as far-fetched as you think, as the US government has drawn up secret plans for a moon base. They even had detailed schematics. It was called Project Horizon, with the aim to be finished in 1966 at the cost of $6 billion to the taxpayer. But it was shut down by President Eisenhower. Another explanation is that it could be a lightning sprite. These are seen on Earth when lightning spreads out in the cloud, dissipating before it touches down to the ground. This would be a logical explanation, if only the moon had an atmosphere. 3. Man in the Moon. First, there was Google Earth, which prompted keyboard detectives around the world to reveal some oddities that deserve their own top 10 list. Not content with ruffling so many jimmies, Google doubled down when they teamed up with NASA in 2009 to create the rather unimaginably named Google Moon. It took no time at all for some internet super sleuth to scour the surface of the moon and find something extremely unusual. There appears to be a shadowy figure taking a leisurely stroll up there on the lunar surface. We're not saying it's a giant. NASA have refused to comment on the bizarre silhouette, and even left it on Google Moon. Denial of the truth? Or epic troll? 2.
I don't know. They might be trolling y'all with that because they know that, like, they have no sites where you can see. They probably be trolling, though. They probably be trolling. What y'all think?
To your leader.
I don't think that was
The Martian surface is a vast desert of
They would have lied about that.
dust. Or so we thought.
If it was
The
real.
Mars Opportunity rover sent back an extraordinary image on the 17th of March, 2017, of what appears to be a huge chunk of shiny, reflective metal poking out of the ground. It's unlike anything seen in any of the other images we've received from the mission. Dark shadowing around the anomaly makes it different to see whether it's coming up from the ground, resting on the ground, or hovering in the air. It really does look exactly how you imagine an alien spacecraft to look, a round flat disc, with a raised dome on top acting like a cockpit.
Right.
The resemblance is uncanny. Could this be another case of pareidolia, where we see what we want to see, or finally
I
some
don't think
evidence of the
pareidolia with
existence
that
of
one,
intelligent life other than mankind? 1. Otherworldly standing stone. Here on planet Earth, many civilizations have erected rectangular slabs of stone to pay tribute to the paganistic gods and rituals.
I think those stones right there, bro, lead to like a portal or something, and we don't know how to access it. And I think that might be the key to the universe, us being in contact with like other realms and dimensions and yeah, whatever you want to call it. It's crazy.
There is Stonehenge in England, the Karnak stones in France. The list is endless. We're still trying to figure out how ancient humans built these towering structures, let alone how one got on Mars.
Right.
In 2012, an astronomer caught sight of a monolithic standing stone on the Martian surface. The Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter confirmed the structure and can be seen casting a long shadow present in images from 2 completely different angles. It's estimated to be over 5 meters in diameter, with its straight, rectangular sides screaming out, "I was made, not formed," from the otherwise curvy and natural landscape.
That's cold. Look, man, I don't know. Everybody, look, man, you're entitled to your own opinion about these things, man. I'm just interested. I'm the type of person that's interested just to hear different people's aspect and see where their mind is at on these different topics that we cover on this channel. Just let me know what y'all want to see next. Y'all know we're going to get into many more other types of videos. But look, I'm just interested to see how y'all feel. Do y'all think that we're alone? Are we tripping when we look at these photos? Are we making those images up in our mind because we want it to be something? You let me know. But look, man, hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure y'all put those notifications on. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and consider subscribing if you already made it this far. And you know what I'm saying? I'll see you in the next video. And like I always say, spread love because there's too much hate in this world. Love you guys. See you in the next video. And I'm out.